Hello, and I'm going to show you guys how Iman, the multi-million marketing genius, does his email sequences and his VSLs. So here is exactly how he does his email sequence when he's doing those event promotion things. So usually he does ads on Instagram, YouTube ads, and he goes into opt-in for his, he makes it a big special revolution, like digital renaissance, like what was the other? Monetize digital products. So the last one was monetization. The digital revolution. He does it like a that he's making it seem like this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Lock in and opt in. So you opt in, and his landing page is pretty simple. He just does a short little video being like, please don't miss this. I'm going to show you exactly how I became a multimillionaire and just how I became a millionaire at just age 18, and I'm going to show you the exact way I did it in just 3 videos. Please come live because I will show you clues. That's another trick he does. He always be like, I'm going to show you bonus clues where you could get another bonus if you send it to me or something like that. So he does opt-in. It's something like Revolution. He collects your name, email, WhatsApp, and I think he does it WhatsApp because it's like a group setting, and you don't like, it's more like, oh, it's only my WhatsApp, it's not my phone number, so I won't get bombarded with phone calls all the time. And it's a group, so you could just send something valuable, send a notification, and more of the people are gonna go to YouTube. And he always does it on YouTube, if you guys haven't noticed that. Because why? Because they will always get silently retargeted on the homepage of more of his videos, and guess what that's gonna do? That's gonna nurture them more because they're watching more of his content. They see his face more and they'll be like, oh, that guy again. Okay, so this is the relationship sequence. So let's say they opt in. This is when they opt in, of course, right when they opt in. But you can still send it if they're already in the email. You could just send to this part, but I'll explain that part after. So obviously the welcome email talking about welcome to this event, blah blah blah. He always tells them to join the WhatsApp group and make sure to join live, stuff like that. And I think I don't want to get super sidetracked, but let me just show you guys real quick. Let's just take some examples, pick some examples. Okay. All right. What is this? Okay, that's not them. Okay, so this is, I don't care about the optimal potential business into the affiliate real estate year round. The fortunate say this is what he calls the digital product 2.0. He ran a 5-day challenge and will go live and secure your spot and enjoy my WhatsApp. So that's how it was with his. So that was his latest one. So that's usually how the welcome email is. So value email, this is just, you're not really pitching, you're just you're doing a soft pitch, actually. You're doing a soft pitch to the YouTube, of course, but you're just talking about like, value. Like you're trying to break their beliefs, is that what you could say? Is you're breaking their beliefs one by one, their objections. They're pretty self-explanatory, it's not that. And then you're slowly going, so you got to think of these like beliefs, like I'm breaking belief 1, like if it's digital project, oh, I'm not an expert. And then he just probably just says like AI could do it for you. And then belief 2 would be like, I don't have enough time, but this busy dad did it, so you do have enough time. And stuff like that. So objections, destroying objections. And here is the weekly email series narrative value. So this is pretty much kind of the same thing, but you're sending them to the next email. So it's like, let me see. The other one is just, it's value, but it's not like serialized. It's not go to the next email. I have examples of this. Where is, I hope it's on this one, sequence. Okay, so this is the one that I created. So this was for Educate when he was doing the promo of his programs. He had Pin to Profit, the sales one, I think it was 6-figure sales or something like that, and obviously Agency Accelerator. So this one is talking about when he was being out of high school. The truth is, 60% of United States adults are living paycheck, recently working, city goals, only getting 50% raise and pat on the back. So that's gonna hit a strong pain point. Like, because people are like, damn, yeah, I'm doing all this, and business owners, this high school dropout is making 3 to 10K per month. So that's gonna hit them pretty sure. And then this is because they know you will generate more sales for them. That's talking about the skills that obviously he's gonna pitch about the sales, copywriting, and the agency. So it replies, email with skills in the next email. See how I say in the next email. So that's pushing him to read the next email. So they're like, you're giving them, you know how in like the TV series they end with the cliffhanger. So you're giving them that cliffhanger to come back. So here's the next one is when you tell them, you're just mainly just persuading them that these are the right skills that you need to learn. So here is the link to this is module straight out of Pen Profit. So that's what he's pushing. He's showing the value that his program has. Sales, it's the same thing. So he's really pushing it. So you're getting these three courses. And yeah. I feel like I missed. Did I miss one? Oh, okay, I did. Okay, my bad. Okay, so this one is just telling you about the skills. So he's making it seem like, this is the value. And then he's showing you the value in his YouTube videos to be like, oh, damn, I wonder what's next on this program, and you want to buy it. And then that said, make sure to follow it to my next email. So this is going to the pitch that I just kind of read for the mindset shit I had to learn. And then they're also talking about this. So it's encouraging them to go email to email to email, like a cliffhanger. Okay. So if they don't click, you just keep trying with that, and then eventually just give up in the campaign. But if they do click one of them, the CTA, like they do the CTA for this one, which is reply to skills, like they do the extra step, then you send them the invite to the VSLs, 3-part VSL. This is why he's like a marketing genius, because he has 3 VSLs, like they're like an hour long, but all they do is just break belief, and if they don't watch the video, guess what else? They're gonna send to this email sequence that's gonna break belief. And it's crazy how he breaks down the whole VSL. And I have like I'm gonna break down that and what he does with those, and this gamma presentation right here. So he does invite one email to the VSLs, and if they click any of them, they go to where the video sales letter 2 step by step. And if they obviously watch it, it's good. If they clicked any of the links, they go to the countdown emails, which is basically just saying you have 24 hours until I completely close this. You won't get it in, and he's playing with that scarcity urgency key. So, and that's like the double pump where people buy in the beginning, and they kind of drift off, and then they buy at the end. So that always happens with every promo. So yes, obviously they end the campaign. If they don't buy, then you send them to what's it called, your salespeople, and then they could convince them. They could ask any questions they have and convince them a little more. But of course, you don't really need this, because this will bring so much sales already. Okay, so now I'm going on to his genius VSLs. So let's go into that. If it loads. So the process starts with uncovering your prospects' problems and desires, completing compelling marketed theses, and developing that one big idea that will tie your entire promotion together. So they do a great job in doing this, because they add like tons of research. Is really like changing your beliefs and making you believe in them, believe that they're right. So uncovering the problems and desires. So first you gotta identify the problem. This could be by doing tons of research, by asking them, sometimes they just ask them. I seen one where he did a survey. Like they just said, if you want to enter the event, just complete the survey, and then it just asks. It's a video of him asking what's their problem is, what's their biggest struggle, and why haven't they been able to do business and stuff like that. So it's deeply understand the problems and target audience they're facing. What are the pain points, frustrations, challenges? Find their fear state. So the fear state would be like, usually with his programs, it'd be like, I'm broke, I can't provide for my family, I live in this awful place, or even the rock bottoms, like homeless, right? I'm homeless, I'm miserable. Okay, and then understanding the biggest desire, like, I can provide for everybody, I'm free, I don't have to go to work, I don't have to go to my 9 to 5, I'm free, I'm with my family all the time, and I'm able to provide for them, to do anything, go to trips, travel, I could do whatever. Understanding important your prospect deep desires. What are they hoping to achieve, experience, or attain? Aligning your offer with their aspiration will create a powerful emotional connection. So his team really tug on the emotional strings, because they know they like twist the knife when they're talking about the problem, because they know that's going to be the reason why we buy. So what are the consequences of such solutions? What are the positive feelings that such consequences create? Like freedom. Yeah. What are the solutions? One action that represents the desire. So one action that represents the desire. Creating the market thesis. With the problems and desires identified, you can craft a market thesis that positions your new opportunity as the key to filling their desires, and your unique mechanism as the only way to access. The new opportunity is the key to desire and only attainable through my new mechanism. So this is saying this is the newest, greatest thing that you need to hop on now, because if not, you're gonna lose this opportunity. So he's making it seem like the urgency, and he is hitting that novelty key where humans love, because we love new things. We love seeing, oh, this is the newest thing, this is not old news, and common enemy. So he does this a lot too. He be saying it's not your fault, it's the government. It's I forgot what he said. Damn it. It's the bad guys. The people are taking your money. It's the school system. That was the last one. It's the stuff like that. The common enemy. So what is the consequence of such solution? What are the negative feelings of the consequence? What action does this avatar has to take which he didn't want to? It could be what that. Who is responsible for this? So you can say stuff like that. You can say it's the school system responsibility. One of them was the algorithm, how they just distract you and take all your attention away. That was a good one, because I feel like that's kind of true. But develop the one big idea. The power of one. When crafting promotional content, it's crucial to focus on one single powerful idea. This one big idea should be emotionally compelling, promise a transformation, obviously, and introduce a unique mechanism. What do they need to believe in order to accept my thesis? Obviously, create a chain of beliefs. What is this one concept that creates a big solution in one belief? This new opportunity is the key to their desire and only attainable through my new mechanism. So obviously, if you have everything hits more when you're talking about one thing, because if you have too much thing, they're just going to be scattered. Like, they're going to be overwhelmed. So connecting the dots, one great idea. So not a mediocre one. Big, believable promise of transformation, result, outcome, unique, original, unexpected, different from what the prospect has seen before, new and fresh, obviously. Urgent, the deadline, specific. He also does fast track bonuses. So if you, the first 100 people get this extra coaching or something like that. Specific, concrete, tangible, not vague, obviously. Arresting, startling, shock them out of their complacency. Easy to grasp, instant appeal, avoid of the curse of knowledge. Simplicity, encourage belief. If they have to watch your whole video to understand the big, it's not a good one. So keep it simple. Everything simple hits more. And some people are just they're old, they're young. If they don't understand, your copy's not gonna sell, obviously. Track record. Has it been proven, supported? There's people already taking advantage of it. This could be like how he did with the internet promotion. He was saying people are taking advantage of social media right now, and you need to hop on because attention is everything. And so he has all this proof of people using attention, social media, as the way to make money because they're millionaires, right? Easy, applicable, easy to put together, practice through, doesn't require too much money to get started. That's good. So you just be like, all you need is skills or something like that. Or all you don't need money to invest. Like how you always say, like, e-com, you have to invest thousands. He loves doing that one because it makes you more convinced that, oh yeah, this is right. And everybody wants to do e-com. I feel like a lot of people be thinking of e-com like as a way of financial freedom, not knowing that they did invest thousands of it. So I think that's why he also puts it. Checklist for success. Your big ideas should be easy to grasp, urgent, specific, and supported by a track record of success. It should be easily applicable and without requiring intensive prior knowledge or resources. Emotional appealing, primary promise, unique mechanism, intelligently interesting. So, structuring the offer. Pillars of the offer. Presenting your offer as a series of pillars help it creates a smooth transition from content to the pitch, avoiding triggers that might activate the viewer's sales radar. So this is very important because he tries, but obviously I think we kind of figure out the game, what he's doing, but because he's been doing so many times, but he still gets sales. But you have to that's why I call it as like chain of beliefs. That's why he called it like a chain of beliefs too. Like a chain of beliefs. So you really start from the pitch all the way to the top to the bottom. So you really start at the reverse to get to the pitch, so you know, so what do I need to believe for this. I hope that makes sense, but that's what I'm talking about. So this approach feels more genuine and helps fill in the gaps through creative. Okay, so reason to respond. Your offer should provide your prospects with compelling reasons to take action now. Here's some to use. Pillars. Tier system, prices and term, reason to respond now, creating an external scenario. So this is one is I put the government one. He was like, or you're gonna be a modern slave and stuff like that. You're gonna be a modern slave and you'll be stuck there and they're gonna take everything from you. He always makes it like so dramatic, but I mean that's what sells. Creating risk reversals. This is like the guarantees and the split pays. Definitely do the split pays if you're doing anything. Do split pays because people nowadays, they see that as like, oh, it's not that bad. I mean, at least I do. I see that too. You need urgently reason to respond. Like the government obviously said, like, oh, you're going to be modern slaves. And scarcity fire action bonus, obviously. And yep, that's what I want to say. Oh, he also does this thing where it's like top of the mountain, rock bottom. So I think the top of the mountain is, what did he say with that one? So he said modern slave, the new Renaissance man. So modern slave, the new Renaissance man, because he did tons of research and like how a bunch of the popular Renaissance men were free. They became free. They became famous and all that. Free and famous. And they didn't follow what everybody else did. I think that was, trying to remember. It's been a while, but crafting the narrative. The key is to create a narrative that seamlessly integrates to the need for your product throughout the entire content. So that's when you transition to the offer your process. See it as a natural solution to the problems you highlighted. So that should be obvious. That's what I was talking about. The chain of beliefs, the pillars, and that's why he does 3 videos. So building the marketing argument. So thinking like a prosecutor, approaching your marketing argument like a prosecutor, building a case. Your goal is to prove why your thesis is the best solution by getting your prospects to believe certain key things about themselves, the solutions, the alternatives, some questions you need to ask. What do they need to believe to accept this thesis? So they can say, but there's others business ideas. There's others business, why this business is better. So let's say e-com, you have to spend thousands of dollars. I bet you don't have thousands of dollars, right? No. What else is another one? Amazon FBA, you also have to spend thousands of dollars, I believe. Real estate, thousands of dollars, stuff like that. What do you need to believe about themselves? Like one of them was, but I'm an introvert. And he says, introverts are actually better because you need the prospect to talk more in a sales call. So that was actually a pretty good one. What do they need to believe about the marketing thesis? Why is the solution the best? Every claim needs proof to create the belief to continue the beliefs. So like I said about the ecom, or about what else? Or he also does school. Like, oh, school takes 4 years. This could take 6 months. Like, he makes it very short. What do they need to believe in other solutions? That they're too expensive, they waste too much time, like personal branding wastes too much time, ads are too expensive. Everything you say, show, present should be designed to get the prospect to accept the thesis. If the argument is not moving the prospect closer to accepting the thesis, it should not be there. You can't use the structures of each one of the beliefs. So the chain of beliefs, like I was keep talking about, each claim you make should be designed to move the process closer to accepting your market thesis. Every step in the chain of beliefs should be supported by proof, whether it's external evidence, internal logic, or appealing to desires. So you gotta show proof like testimonials, and you gotta do like stuff like logically, where it makes sense, and say like, oh, this guy, he was a high school dropout and he made millions. If I could do it, you could do it, right? Or this guy, he was in university, but he dropped out and just did DoorDash. And if he could do it after, oh, this dad, he is a busy father of 2. If he could do it, you could do it, right? So stuff like that. Reverse engineer, like I was saying. Start by defining the ultimate conclusion you want your prospects to reach, and then work backwards, building the chain of beliefs that lead them there. This ensures a cohesive and compelling narrative. Okay, so you got to understand the 5 awarenesses to start the lead, if that makes sense. So if they're not aware of the problem solutions, you have to explain everything. So you got to explain everything. So if the problem is, oh, you're stuck at a 9 to 5, you're on the hamster wheel, so you're just going to stay stagnant like that. You're never going to be free. Aware of the problem, not aware of the solution. So they're aware of the problem. They're aware, oh, my job sucks. I want to be rich. I want to be free. But they're not aware of the solution. What is the solution? There's so many business ideas. Or they don't even know about a business. They'd be like, oh, I probably have to go back to school. That's what part they're thinking. The solution aware prospect, aware of the problem and solution. So they know business is a thing. They just don't know which one. And then this one's the product aware solution. So they know you have a product. So, but they don't know if it's the best. So aware of the problem, aware of the solution. They're not aware of your solution. They're not aware of your solution. They're just aware that it could be business and you need to prove them that it's yours. Is the best. The most aware is prospect. So they're aware of everything. The more aware a prospect is, the more direct your message needs to be. Crafting the lead. So you need to know what awareness level they're at to craft the lead. So you go to offer lead. For prospects who are already aware of the problem solution, a direct offer can be effective, leading with a product, price, and key details. Invitation lead. A more subtle variation of the offer lead, the invitation leads presents the offer as exclusive without leading the price. Promise lead. This lead focuses on the result or transformation the promise can expect rather than the product itself, appealing to the product-aware prospect. Problem solution lead. The classic approach, the problem solution lead, starts by identifying the problem the prospect is experienced, then pivoting to the solution. So that's the most common one. The secret system lead. As humans, we're naturally drawn to secrets. We're curious creatures, and this type of lead takes advantage of that. As I mentioned before, the best position you can have for your promotion is framing it as its best kept secret, hidden in plain sight. Iman always does this too. That's why what we do here. Best online business to start as a beginner. So this is obviously, I got this best secret business. When to use. This is one of the best leads types to use in highly competitive industries where you have to differentiate yourself through a mechanism or different system. The problem-aware prospect. So this is packaging now for maximum views. So optimizing for click-through rate. The key to getting millions of views on your sales video is to optimize for high click-through rate. This means crafting attention-grabbing titles, thumbnails, and hooks that compel viewers to click. I think YouTube is still the best with all of this, so just saying. Retaining attention. Once viewers click, you need to keep them engaged. Focus on the first 30 seconds of the hook and use open loops. If you guys know what open loops, it is saying something, but it's going to the next. You're saying something, but you're not concluding it. Like, let's say the best online business, and you're leading them on to the eventually the business, but they don't know yet. You're just keep leading them on the whole video, explaining the whole business, keeping it a secret, pretty much. Focus on the first value, then you use open loops, value-packed content, obviously, and strategic pacing to maintain high retention throughout the video. The amount of people who got recommended your video and clicked on it is 10% good for a beginning, 5% click-through rate. The more you scale, the less the click-through rate is. So what impacts the click-through? The packaging. Titles, broad, short, punching, straight to the point, and don't get full text, obviously. So you're trying to get the click. Test 5 different thumbnails. So Iman has like a whole team of thumbnails, and whatever does the best, he sticks with it. Topic. Ask your how to package vid before making. I kind of want to go on the side point for this, but Iman, if you have this, I don't know if it'll show on mine, because I don't know if you have to get the paid version. But I heard, I've seen someone else do this. Iman, where's Iman Gadzhi? Oh yeah, so it's VidQ. So we're gonna pick anything. I don't know which one it was. See how many title change he does? Look how many title change. So he kept switching to this one. How to reset your brain for success. How I reset my brain. Why? And then he put this one, dopamine detox, the cheat code. That's crazy. I don't know why he kept changing that, but it works. So, well, if you have VidQ, it'll show the thumbnails. You probably have to buy it though. I didn't buy it. See, views. Okay. Yeah, I think you have to buy it. But he changes his thumbnail like 5 times. 5 to 10 times. So get big Q if you really want to do this seriously. And just test 5 different thumbnails. And you could get people on Fiverr that costs like $12 if you really want to do this strategy he does, which obviously it works. So topic, ask how the package video before making. And I still think YouTube is the best. Let's be real, because YouTube, it goes to silent retargeting, and I would just stick to YouTube. And that's why he always goes to YouTube. So driving action. Hook first, then introduce yourself. So you could be like, are you stuck as a modern slave? Something crazy that the event is showing you. Quick lead in less than 2 minutes. Constantly use open loops to keep the reader intrigued. Then close and open another. When things get boring, go fast. When things get interest, take your time building it up. A lot of teasing. So simplicity is key. Make your prospect feel subtly dumb if they don't use your solution using logic. Try to think of every objection. Make it as clear as possible. Think of obvious questions next. Have little elements to keep your viewers engaged. So this could be editing sounds, music, creating goodwill by providing value. Seed your product. So this is what I'm talking about, where you're building, you're asking all those right questions to the product. You're having research backed up with it. Build authority. Obviously, you could be like, yeah, I made millions, but so did these. I also teach these people. provide them something for free to keep watching them. So this could be like the clues if you wanted to do that, or you could be like, what else you could do? Or you could do like a small gift card if you're really up for that. And yeah, don't sound biased, be honest, damaging a mission. So this could be like, he always does this too, like, I'm gonna be honest, I was wrong. And we believe him more because, like, oh, he's being for real. Like, he's honestly, if he could say he's wrong, then it must be true. Show, don't tell. That's very clear. Make the value more, seem more than the price. He always does this too, so he could be like, I could easily sell this for $3,000 with all the coaching that I'm gonna put in, but for today you're gonna get it half off or something like that. Say the price, say a high price, then lower it to make it sound like a deal. Yep, that's what I just said. Create urgency. Price will change and act now, or the doors will close and it will never open it back. Make the offer very clear. Create duality. Make it a bigger thing. Why they should act now in that way. So duality is like the top of the mountain and the rock bottom. Would you rather be a Renaissance man or a modern slave? Stuff like that. Or would you rather be a... I'm going to make one up. Would you rather have... How do you say it? A AI slave? Would you rather be an AI slave or AI engineer or AI architect? Stuff like that. Okay. Or AI boss. Okay, putting it all together. Packaging for maximum views. How am I going to package this video in order to accomplish this task? The more traffic the less you have to worry about conversion. What is the social media platform you're using? YouTube is the best. Crafting the lead. Choose the most appropriate lead. This is talking about the awareness levels, so you should know that. Uncovering problems and desires. Okay, so this is about the awareness levels. So uncover the problems and desires. Obviously, you need to do tons of research on this, because if you don't know the problem and desires, that means like you don't really know what they want. They're not gonna buy if it's something so random like, oh, you're stuck in your miserable 9 to 5. Well, buy this new course. Something random, it's not gonna hit. Okay, so develop the one big idea. Craft a unique, emotionally compelling concept that ties your promotion together. So it has to be entertaining. That's what Iman, he makes it so entertaining. Like, I think he does the best of the best, because he adds he adds this historic to it. Okay, so developing the one big idea. So crafting a unique, emotional, compelling concept that ties your promotion together. So it has to be entertaining. So he does his best because he does it like, he adds history to it. Like history, or the Renaissance one, I thought was pretty good because he added all this history and it makes you believe in it more because it's all this history. And the one with school, with Educate, he's talking about the school system. It's their fault. With that one too, he added tons of history and he had backed it up. So a bunch of research that compels it together that makes it so interesting, right? To be honest, I swear. I know it's always gonna go to a pitch, but I'm so invested in it because it's so interesting. Okay, so common enemy, obviously, it's not your fault. Whose fault it is? The last one, the digital one, the digital revolution, I think it was called, is distractions. It's the people, the scientists distracting you. That's making these social media apps so addicting. It's their fault. They're trying to take all your attention to make you stuck in their platforms and never achieve your goals. Building the marketing argument. So construct a logical, evidence-based case for why your solution is the best choice. Audios as, oh, this is the best one because it's not that expensive, it's very affordable, it doesn't take too much time, you can learn the skills in 1 to 2 months, stuff like that. Structured offer. Present your offer in a way that feels genuine and provides compelling reason to act. And call to action. Give him the reason to act now. So this is the rock bottom to top of the mountain again. So do you want to be a modern slave? Then continue what you do. Oh, also, this is called the two-way close. I think it's called the two-way close. But, well, it doesn't really matter what it's called. But it's be like, oh, are you going to be an action taker, or you're just going to let this year pass and just watch everybody else get rich? That he always does that too. So that is how you make a banger VSL. That's the fundamentals before you start the VSL. And then once you do this though, everything will become so much easier when you're writing it down. And always do it in reverse. So if you're gonna do the digital one, like let's say the phone one, like oh the social media ads are taking your attention, so you can never achieve anything. So you just have to start with the promotion, or just the big idea, and then go with the promotions and start in the reverse. So what do they need to know? What do they need to know for this? What do they need to know for this? So that you're gradually going to the chain of beliefs that will go to the pitch. But yeah, that is all, guys. This was a pretty long training. So I hope this helped. If you guys want to do this for yourself, Iman is a marketing genius, and I know how he does it. So if you want me to do your VSL or this strategy overall, I am totally down, and you could just book a call and we'll get to work. We'll identify your prospects' problems, desires, and create all of this. It does take time though. It's not, he puts a lot of work into this. So I will help you do the VSL and the emails. So if you're up for it, just book a call and we can talk about that. If not, I also have a lead magnet that will give you, it's called the 7-day cash campaign. You could do this short promotion that it will one day you do a Zoom training and you get money like that. It'll be a lower ticket, like $200 for one live training. So I give you the flows for that, the email flows, the email sequence, and I also give you the outbound script you can use once you get your lead's phone number. So that is all, and I hope this helped, and have a good day.